4 from the Nostalgia Mall, and welcome back to the Nostalgia Mall Christmas 2021. And I have just picked up a special package. I mentioned in the introduction video for Nostalgia Mall Christmas that I had ordered a Packard Bell and was concerned that it wouldn't be delivered because it required a signature, and the day it was expected to arrive, I was going to be away from home. Well, the exact same thing happened. I was not at home and I missed the delivery, but it was sent to a UPS access point at, of all places, Advanced Auto Parts. So very next day, being today, I went and picked it up, and I got it in the back of my wife's car here, and we are going to be taking them home. We're currently driving through downtown Kernersville, North Carolina, the town I currently reside in. It's a very picturesque southern small town downtown, as you can see, which I've always appreciated. And so I'm very excited to get this computer unboxed. It's hard to believe I had to go to Advanced Auto Parts to get it. So Advanced Auto Parts, they got your oil filters, air filters, oil, coolant, car cleaning supplies, turtle wax, mid-90s vintage computers, wiper blades. Found that quite amusing. So we're gonna go ahead and bring this on home and see what we got. Hopefully it arrived in one piece. Okay, here it is in my living room, and by the way, here are my Christmas decorations for the year. And let me go grab a knife and we'll cut it open. Okay, let's get started here. It's a small box, but inside this is awesomeness. I know I'm cutting toward myself. I'm not the brightest person around. Yeah, what that middle piece was doing there. Alright. Hopefully it survived the long journey from Washington State. Okay, some of the computer's exposed. Not sure how I feel about that. Well, here it is already. Let me see if it's coming out. Okay. Oh, get that out of the way. And here we are. The Packard Bell Legend 130 CD Supreme. Here it is right here in all its glory. Take that sticker off. Don't mind the noise, that's my dog. But yeah, let's take a closer look at it. Here it is. Here's the front of it. Now, I've had a Legend 130 CD Supreme in the past, and I bought that at Value Village back in 2012, I think. But I had to sell it not long afterwards because of financial problems because of typical 22-year-old irresponsibility. And it was in immaculate condition, and this one's in pretty good condition too. Just a few nicks to the plastic, namely right there, which I already knew about, and a nick right there, but no big deal really. And after selling my Legend 204 CD a couple years ago, I haven't had a 3x3 Packard Bell form factor ever since. And now I do. I've got one again. And so let's take a look at the specs there. 100 megahertz Pentium processor, 1.2 gigabyte hard drive, which has been removed by the seller, 8 megs of RAM, which is still in there. It's probably going to need an upgrade to 16 megs, which we will try to do in this video. Quad speed CD-ROM drive, and the typical Packard Bell stuff. And you know, it's always nice when it still has the spec sticker on it. Okay, here's the rear of it. According to the sticker, it was manufactured Okay, here's the rear of it. According to the sticker, it was manufactured August 22nd, 1995. And here's the port layout. This one uses the Hillary motherboard, which I haven't had a Hillary motherboard Packard Bell in a long time, so it'll be nice to have one again. These motherboards are rock solid and usually easy to deal with. And we got our serial, parallel, keyboard, mouse, and VGA output. And there's our good old-fashioned Packard Bell sound modem card. Well, enough blabbering on. Ooh, another nick right there. But these little nicks on the plastic aren't that big a deal to me. So, let's haul this into the office and take a closer look. Excuse the mess in here, but I got it cleaned up a little bit. Took a magic eraser to it, got some of the scuffs off of it. And I currently have it connected to a Packard Bell monitor, keyboard, and mouse that I'm using with my 406 CD, which, by the way, this will be taking the place of the 406 CD. Nothing wrong with the 406 CD, but I just wanted to swap it out just to have a change of scenery. I'll swap between them, between the two as I see fit. So, we're going to do our first power on test. And let's see what happens. Alright, post immediately. And of course, CMOS battery is dead. Okay, we're going to run a series of tests to see if certain features of this computer are in working order. The two mainly being the floppy drive and CD-ROM drive, because those are always the first two things to go out on one of these old computers. So, put a boot floppy in here, a Cronus OS selector, just to see if it'll if the floppy drive is functional. So, disk is in the drive, fingers crossed, because I don't have a replacement drive. Alright, so far so good. It's an awful quiet drive though, and it can't find a hard drive. Well, that's because there isn't one. So, floppy drive is functional. So now let's see if we can get any life out of the CD-ROM drive. Alright, got a Packard Bell Master CD to test out in here. Don't have a hard drive in here yet, so we can't do a restore yet, but we will see if it can read from the CD. If the CD-ROM is not functional, then it's not that big a deal. I think I have a replacement in the parts bin. I'm just relieved the floppy drive works because I don't have a replacement for it. Okay, it's not finding a drive there, but I have a suspicion why. Okay, it's detected the CD-ROM drive this time. I'm using a different boot floppy. The other one had a generic CD-ROM drive and, driver, and this Packard Bell has the Matsushita, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, CD-ROM drive, which uses a very, very particular driver, which you can only find on original boot floppies. Alright, let's give this a try. Found the drive, so let's see if it will read from it. And I'm just going to error out of this. Alright, let's just do a directory on here. Okay, that worked. Okay. Did that. Let's go to a directory that has a ton of files. There we go. We got a functioning CD-ROM drive. That's rare for one of these machines. So, I guess I'll leave this drive in there. Or who knows, I might actually put this drive in the Legend 822 CDT since it's a original Packard Bell drive. Don't know if I'll do that yet or not. I'll think about it. But we'll just keep it in here for now and see what we can do with it. And so now that I have determined that the floppy drive and the CD-ROM drive are both functional, we can proceed with setting this computer up and putting some of our own hardware in it. But first, let's open it up for the first time. Looks like the QA seal has been removed, so, well, of course someone would already be in here. The hard drive's not in here. Okay, it's 3 screws. So nice to have another Packard Bell system like this. Case is a little banged up, but other than that, it's still in good shape. There's no yellowing on it, except on the CD-ROM drive. No big deal there. Alright. Okay, first thing I want to do is replace the CMOS battery. And unfortunately, the CMOS battery is under this drive cage, so this will have to be removed temporarily. Okay, right there. Get this one on the side. I love these cases, by the way, the 3x3 case. They're so compact and functional. Of course, you only get one 5 1/4 inch drive bay, so you have to choose between having a 5 1/4 inch floppy drive or a CD-ROM drive, and more than likely on a system like this you'll want the CD-ROM. Alright, we'll put that over here for now. And can we get a zoom in on the CMOS battery? There we go. And we'll yank that old one out and put this new one in that I actually stole from another computer. I forgot to go to the store and buy a CMOS battery for this, so I didn't feel like going anywhere today. And now let's add some memory. We're currently at 8 megabytes. I'm shooting for 16 megs, but with EDO memory like this, you don't know what you're going to get until you actually power the system on. So we will pop it in. And hope for the best. Okay, that didn't go in right. I remember when we upgraded the RAM on the original 822 when I was about 7 or 8. My dad did it again. Actually took the computer to Best Buy and they did it in store. Do not remember though how much memory we upgraded to. I want to say 32 megs. System originally had 16, so 32 would make the most sense for that computer. Am I even doing this right? Problem is this one's right under the sound card, which I'm too lazy to remove. I've already removed the drive cage. I don't want to take anything else apart. Okay, I think that did it. Okay. Now we can put the drive cage back in. You're probably wondering, why are you putting the drive cage back in? You haven't put a hard drive in there yet. Well, I could put a hard drive in here, but I'm going to go with a more easier solution than that. A more convenient solution that will make everyone's lives a little bit easier. I hope. Never know about these computers. If I can get this line back in. I am going to install a CF card adapter into one of the rear expansion slots in place of a hard drive. That way I can swap between cards as needed. Okay, this is being stubborn. Get these Molex cables out of the way, maybe that's the culprit. Okay, I guess this is as good as we're going to get. And the whole time I've been not showing it. Okay, first thing I want to put in here is the network card, which this computer only has one PCI slot and it's shared with this ISA slot that the sound card is in, so we will have to move the sound card down a slot. Actually, first let's just go ahead and take these blanks out because we're going to need both of them out. There for safekeeping. And we'll put this there for safekeeping. Come out. There we go. And we can go ahead and take this out and move it down a slot. Actually, first, let's, since this is the smaller card, let's put the CF card adapter in first. Okay. Get it started. Oh, that's nice. And it's not in all the way. Hard to do this with a camera in your way. Man, this thing is hard to do. Like I said, when there's a camera right in the way of your arm, makes everything way more difficult than it needs to be. Okay. Steady, steady. There we go. Now we will give this some power. There we go. And now the IDE cable can be pulled through here. And we can connect it like so. My head's in the way, I apologize. There we go. Just as it should be. Okay, this CD-ROM audio cable has gotten... Okay, there we go. That's more like it. And now we can put the sound card in above the CF adapter. Come on. Okay. It's harder than it looks, folks. And I dropped it on the floor, as is to be expected. Because I'm a klutz. You're not going to get away with this easy, Packard Bell. I know your tricks. There we go. And now for our network card. This is a very nice card I've had for a few years now. I've put it in various systems before. This is a Netgear 10100 card. Very, very compatible network card for older systems like this. And by the way, this computer is going to be running Windows 3.1, or Windows for Workgroups 3.11, I should say. Just like the 406 CD has been running. And there we go. That's all our upgrades we are going to make for now. Okay, let's see how bad we've destroyed this system. Huh. Well, may explain why the drive cage isn't going up in properly. This power button's doing nothing. I think this front panel needs to be readjusted. Let me do that off camera. Okay, let's try this again. 24 megs of memory. I'll go with that. Okay, let's set our date and time settings. Don't have the CF card in here yet, and I will explain why in a moment. Okay, according to this, I should only be a month old, because it's January 1st, 1990. And it is not, it is December the 11th, 2021. Time, 4:33 p.m. And we'll set it to auto configure. I think it looks good there. Don't want power management. Okay, that looks good. Now, we got to do one more thing before we can put an OS on here. The Packard Bell Hillary series of motherboards are great. They're very reliable. But they have one design flaw, and that's the drive size limit is very low on here. I think you can only go as high as like a 1.2 gigs, maybe 1.6, I don't know. And I'm planning to use a 2 gig CF card in here, which may or may not work. But just to be on the safe side, I'm going to add larger drive functionality to this system. Not with drive overlay software, but we're actually going to update the BIOS using this disk I made years ago. And we'll go ahead and update the BIOS on this thing. And we'll also find out if our CMOS battery worked. And it does. Okay, it seems to have stopped booting. I had this problem on another floppy disk a while ago. That's annoying. I guess I can run it from another boot floppy and just switch disk at when we need it. Yep, same thing. Let's use this boot floppy instead, and we'll just access the BIOS update from the other disk. Okay, we will take this Windows 95 boot disk out and put the BIOS update disk in, and we'll see what we have to use in order to get this done. Let's just run autoexec.bat. And hopefully this should, okay, data error ring drive A. Why is that? And to be honest with you, that doesn't sound too healthy. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Okay, let's... Okay, it's already loaded into memory, so we can just continue with programming. I think we're done with the floppy for now. Okay, and we are done. Yep. And now, out of curiosity, I'm going to see if this boot disc works now. Nope. So we still have a problem with that. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe I do need to get a new floppy drive, but it works good enough for now. So I'm going to put a 2 gig card in here and see what happens. Okay. Gotta put it in upside down. There we go. And let's see if it works. Alright, detected the CF card just fine. Oh, forgot to take the boot disc out. Although, actually, let's see if it will actually boot now that we have a hard drive in here. The floppy, that is. So I'm just curious. Well, what do you know? That was our problem all along. We needed a hard drive in here for this to work. But we will close out of this since we've already flashed the BIOS. And we'll see if this will boot. From the CF card, that is. I believe this is the CF card we were using a while back for our Packard Bell Windows 95 upgrade kit video. But it looks like it's going through. Probably getting hung up on the CD-ROM driver there. For a drive that doesn't exist. Yep, there we go. Alright, I think we're safe to put this under this monitor. Believe it or not, this monitor actually came with the original 130 CD Supreme I had back in the day, so how appropriate. Ignore the mess on the right side of your screen. This does not exist. But right here, oh, this is a sight to behold. It's been a while since I've seen a Packard Bell 3x3 desktop in person with its matching monitor. It's a beautiful sight, I have to say. Brings back memories of my Legend 402 CD that I had for many, many years, which I sold in order to buy the corner Packard Bell. So its death wasn't in vain. It sacrificed itself for a good cause. But anyway, let's get to restoring from the master CD. I really wish I knew what to do about the glare from the camera lights I have on the CRT. I'll figure it out someday. Okay, apparently it's not in the drive. Oh, put the wrong floppy in. Remember, these aren't how-to videos, guys. I have never called myself an expert in this. I just make these videos so you can watch the process as I see it. I'm not that incompetent, but I can be at times. Let's try this again. There we go. Let's go ahead and format the hard drive, or CF card I should say. Okay, I do not have a format number for this computer, so we'll just do a generic format. And this will probably take a little while, especially since this is only a quad-speed CD-ROM drive. But this is how it would have been done back in the day, so... Anyway, I guess we'll see it on the other side. Okay, hopefully this restore process won't take too long, because I just checked the weather report from the National Weather Service, and it looks like there is a thunderstorm on our radar headed right for here, which is surprising considering it's December. But anyway, hopefully this will get done before the storm hits, because I mean, if the power goes out during this, it's not the end of the world. I can just start over, but it would be a little bit inconvenient. So hopefully we will get this done soon. Okay, restoration was successfully completed. So we can go ahead and reboot. And it'll be like a brand new computer. And the power did not go out, by the way, during the restoration. Alright, auto detection. It should be able to detect everything just fine. Seeing that we have the original sound card and CD-ROM in here. There we go. It never detects the right keyboard for some reason, but it's no big deal. Keyboard's a keyboard. Alright, first boot of Windows for Workgroups. No sound. That's concerning. That's very concerning. Okay, that may have done it. Let's do a sound test. That means there's a hardware conflict somewhere. Everything was going so good, folks. Why? Why? Why?
You've got mail.
And sound. So I swapped out the PCI Ethernet card for an ISA D-Link branded Ethernet card, which I haven't installed the drivers for yet, so I don't know if it fully works or not, but good news is sound is working now properly. And that is a huge relief. And so, yeah. So that'll do it for this episode of Nostalgia Mall Christmas 2021. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll take a closer look at this Packard Bell at a later time during Nostalgia Mall Christmas. We'll play some games on it, try out some software, usual stuff what we do with these computers. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, this is Billy Core, signing off. Thank you for visiting the Nostalgia Mall. If you liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You may also support me on Patreon if you would like. The links to these are in the description below. Until next time, this is Billy Core wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.